What it do, Packer Nation? I'm Camille Davis, and you have found yourself on another edition of the Pack a Day podcast. Now, as I was preparing for Sunday's matchup with the Packers going up against the Titans in Nashville, I just started playing around with some ideas in my head. And one question that I kept coming back to is like, if Jordan Love is out, and at this point, we don't know. Jordan Love himself said he is hopeful that he will play on Sunday. We are seeing the reports now of, although initially this was reported as a 3 to 6 week injury, he realistically has a shot of playing on Sunday. So that is in the background. But I was thinking, okay, if he doesn't play, which me personally, I'm not that sure you see Jordan Love this weekend. I love the fact that you're seeing him, getting close. You're seeing him in practice, even though it's limited. That's all good news. It's moving in the right direction. But if Jordan Love does not play, and it is a Will Levis Tennessee Titans offense going up against a Malik Willis Packers led offense. It's like, which one of those offenses inspires the most fear? Which one of those offenses would you have the most confidence in? And I was like, I would love to be able to throw this question around for everybody in the comments. Let me know what you think. But I was like, I wish I had somebody who was really familiar with the Titans as well as Malik Willis. And then I realized I do know somebody who is familiar with both of those guys, very familiar with the Titans. And that's Mike Patton of touring the AFC South. So I said, if I could only ask Mike one question, the one question I would ask him is, which one of those offenses do you have the most faith in? So luckily, because I know him, I can bring him in. So Mike, thanks for coming on to the Pack a Day pod here with us, again, representing the tour in the AFC South pod. So I'll throw the question to you. Will Levis, who you have been watching very closely since you cover the AFC South, and then Malik Willis here, who you know very well from his time with the Titans. Which one of those offenses, the Packers with Willis or the Titans with Levis, do you have the most faith in on Sunday, if that is the offenses that we see hit the field, given the news around Jordan Love at the moment?
Well, honestly, it's different levels of fear, to be honest. As far as for the Titans, you have fear in terms of maybe Will Levis doesn't make that inexcusable mistake this time, because in the first 2 weeks he's made an inexcusable mistake, whether it be an interception that he's trying to throw the ball out of bounds,
I need to
or
see it
whether
three
it's
times, Mike. I need him to do it one more week.
I bet you do. I bet you do. And the other one, of course, the inexcusable toss to Tony Pollard while he's going down being sacked, which made no sense at that time. And of course, Brian Callahan let him know about it. So that fear is there. But other than that, I mean, honestly, this offense could do some things if they, just kind of get out of their own way. They do have a Calvin Ridley. They do have DeAndre Hopkins, who really realistically hasn't been used very well yet. You do have Tyler Boyd, which is one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. And you do have a two-headed running back core of Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard. So all the weapons and bells and whistles are there for the Titans. It's just a matter of, can they get things going at the quarterback position? Now, with the Packers, a little bit more focused on the run, and going against a Tennessee Titans team that's only giving up 92.5 yards per game in the first two games. That's a tall task to be asking Josh Jacobs to dominate a game and then allow Malik Willis to just kind of, I guess, fit in here and there in terms of passing and things like that, and kind of more of a controlled thing. So I would say the Titans offense at its peak would probably be more scary. But the more trusting offense right now, I would say, would probably be the Green Bay Packers, if that makes any sense to you in terms of my answer.
That makes perfect sense to me. Now, Mike, while I have you, I said one question, but I'm going to ask you one more, since you were somebody who has watched Malik Willis. Just what did you think of his performance last weekend, and how do you see his development going in Green Bay? Like, do you see why the Packers took the shot on him and said, like, hey, we think you could be a really solid backup quarterback here at the very least, and we want to put that investment in you and developing your skill sets?
Honestly, I was very happy to see his performance. He held everything in class, like he always does. I mean, the thing about Malik Willis, all the talking to the media and things like that, that's not an act. That is exactly who he is. He said some of these things to me without media even being around, without a mic being on. Like, literally, when he's talked about being paid and, I still got paid by the team and things like that, he's literally said that to me. I was walking up to him and asked him how he was doing. He was like, hey, I still got paid. I still get to do things, something I love. So he literally, this is who he is. And I was very happy to see his performance. He definitely took care of the football. And I expected that going to Green Bay because, in Green Bay, they develop quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The Titans, no slight at the Titans, but they haven't developed a quarterback. The only quarterbacks that's really developed for the Titans would be Steve McNair. Other than that, they really have not developed a quarterback over time, whether it be Jake Locker, Vince Young, Marcus Mariota. I mean, the list goes on. Zach Mettenberger going back for some Titans fans. But yes, they really have not developed a quarterback, and Green Bay has a propensity for developing quarterbacks. So he's in a great system. He's got great tools, and he's also a guy that's very humble and is going to listen and do the things that you ask him to do to the best of his ability. So that's why I think Green Bay took a chance on him. He has the ability to be a great backup. Just, needs someone to kind of, guide him along the way and help him develop into that guy that he can be.
I love that. I love it. Well, thank you for your time, Mike. It's nice to have friends to be able to ask the questions that are on my brain at random hours of the night when I'm thinking of the Packers upcoming matchup. So I appreciate your time and thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
For sure. For sure. That'll do it for this episode of the Pack a Day podcast with myself, Camille Davis. If you're interested in catching any of my other work, you can catch me every Monday on the audio side of things for the Pack a Day podcast. I'm also doing some Bucks coverage on Locked On Bucks Monday through Friday if you're interested in that as well. But that'll do it for this particular edition. And as always, you guys, go Pack, go.